The Astros' offensive struggles continue as they get swept by the San Francisco Giants after appearing that they had gotten some momentum under their hands with an opening day series win over the New York Mets. Their offense continues to linger. However, despite this, the Astros players are still optimistic about it, that they will linger away, but we're going to talk all about it. Lord, dude, this was an issue for the Astros late last season and into the playoffs with them searching for signs of offense, particularly at home. And it's still more of the same early on into the season. Obviously, it's still a pretty small sample size, but the amount of offense or lack thereof that we're seeing through the first 6 games of the season is really concerning to me. Particularly with Yordan Alvarez and Christian Walker. These guys were supposed to be probably the best 2 hitters on the team, but they have just been struggling all season. The Astros as a whole, they have scored 12 runs in 6 games, so just averaging 2 runs a game. That is next to nothing. It's a good thing that our pitching staff has been able to do what they're doing. Otherwise, we probably would be winless at this point in the season if it weren't for our decent pitching. But as a team, they have only hit 4 extra base hits, 2 of which have come on home runs, and 54 strikeouts. What in the world? And 14 of those strikeouts, mind you, have came on Wednesday in the series finale, en route to the Astros getting swept by the Giants. The Giants pitching, I guess, is supposedly good. So, maybe they will eventually cut those out. But Christian Walker, who had signed a 3-year deal with the Astros, third baseman Isaac Paredes, one of 3 guys who came from the Tucker trade, are both off to slow starts. Walker only has 3 hits and 9 strikeouts, but granted, he has hit some balls pretty hard. And then Paredes also only has 3 hits, and he has drawn 5 walks to the Astros' credit. So the Astros, of course, primarily got this guy who could see a lot of pitches at the plate and hopefully draw a couple of walks. And so far, he's drawn 5, which is a decent amount, but the performance as a whole from the top of the lineup is not going to cut it so far. But the only person who has been swinging the bat very well and on an all-star caliber level, for that matter, has been Altuve. One of his hits he got during this homestand during this series was a Crawford box home run in Game 2 of this series. But overall, dude, the series as a whole was just really tough. On the first game of the series, the night where the Astros debuted their new City Connect jerseys, the Rocket was clearly still on standby for launch as the Astros offense, again, it was just completely outmatched by the Giants. Renaud Blanco pitched okay, but the Giants got to him pretty late. I didn't bother watching this game just because I had to work. But, overall, it was still a tough night. I did, by the way, get one of the new City Connect jersey hats. This right here is the alternate one that just says Space City on it. I wanted to pick this one over the one that the players wear just because I think this one looks a little bit cooler. But that's just me. So, I have yet to get a jersey. Unfortunately, they have been pretty hard for me to come by for me these days, but I'm optimistic I'll get one at some point. But Game 2 of the series was still more the same as it was last night. The Astros had only scored 1 run, like I said, on the Altuve home run. And then, it was still a competitive game. The Astros pitching had very much kept the Astros in it, but Hayden Wiesenski had walked a couple of guys in the 5th inning, and they both came around to score, particularly the 8 and 9 hitters. Then another Giants home run an inning later made it 3-0, and the Astros were unable to rally from that. Pitching, of course, is going to win you close games, but it can only do so much. That's just the fact of the matter. But going into Game 3 of this series, the Astros had really lost this game with Framber Valdez's pitching. He had put us in a 5-0 hole early after 3 innings, and that's a shame considering that he had locked in after 2 innings, recording 9 strikeouts total for the game. And, he had only pitched 5 laborious innings. And, the bullpen, like I said, had kept us in this game. They'd only given up 1 run, but unfortunately, the Astros could not rally. They ended up trying to form a rally in this game in the 5th inning, with Yordan Alvarez hitting a 2-run single past Casey Schmidt to drive in a pair of runs to bring some life to the Astros offense, but unfortunately, that was the only runs they would score in that inning. But Christian Walker, unfortunately, despite also giving a chance to add on, would pop out, and then Diaz and Pena would follow with a pair of Ks. And that would snap that rally. Obviously, the players are optimistic about it. It's early on in the season. It's April, so it's not time to start panicking just yet. But if this ends up being a repeat of last season where our early offensive struggles influence our bad start, I think it was probably just both that as a whole and also horrible pitching. Pitching through 6 games, like I said, has been amazing. This is the best that the pitching can certainly be in terms of them helping us, trying to keep us in games. But again, the offense, like I said, they need to get it together. So I'm hoping that with this change of scenery that they'll be able to search for an offensive identity in Minneapolis. The Twins, of course, their pitching, their rotation is still not one of the shabbiest ones in the AL. So, so it's still going to be a bit of a challenge for us. But like I said, I'm hoping that with the Astros switching up to Minneapolis that later this afternoon, I guess, as of when I'm recording this video, that they'll be able to search for an offensive identity and pick up a couple of games there. So that's going to do for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this homestand and on this series as a whole. What do you think the Astros offense can do to try to get things together? The roster construction as a whole is great, but it's just, there's just a glaring hole as to what's happening and why we're struggling so much through 6 games of the season offensively. But anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Want to watch any of my other videos, click these cards above my shoulders. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next one.